Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so what we got today? So today we've got a Audi S5. It's a 2018 model, very similar to the A5 I did and showed you guys a few weeks back. But on this occasion, what I thought I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do one of these frameless windows on the side. So with the rest of the car, it's going to be very similar to the previous one. I'm going to do the rear windscreen, the rear quarters, and the two sides. This car's going in 5%, so that's the limo black. And yeah, I'm going to set you up on the tripod. I'll give it a nice little clean, and then I'll work on the 2/4 windows, and then when I go into one of the side windows, I'll take you off the hyperlapse and I'll show you one of those as to how it's done. As you know, these ones, they are frameless, like I mentioned before, so the windows do go up and down, but there is a slight little technique as to how to do these, but I'll show you in the video very shortly. Right, in the meantime, I'll set you up and I'll catch you guys very shortly. Right guys, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you guys how to get one of these frameless windows tinted on either Audi A5 or a S5 like this one. So I've got a piece of film over here, I'm using 5%. I've just cut this particular piece of film off a 40-inch roll. And because I've sliced it into two halves, one for the other side, one for this window. We have obviously two factory cut edges, so I'm going to put the factory cut edge at the bottom because I know that's all pretty flat and straight. And I'm going to start the trimming. So first of all, I'm just going to get rid of the excess over here because it's just coming in the way. Okay, so one of the first things you want to do with these is you want to trim the front edge and then move on to the sides. But before you actually cut any of these edges, because it's a frameless glass, you want to make sure that you are actually squeegeeing the whole glass out along the edges to make sure it's nice and flat. Otherwise, when you go to do the install later on, you'll realise all your cuts are not straight at all. So, nice sharp blade. I've just squeegeed the front, taken any fingers out, start from one end, straight down, and that's done. Next step, I'm just going to lift it off slightly and wet this up again. And I'm going to move the film slightly back now by about 2 to 3 mil. And that will firstly allow me to cut. I'll cut these two edges over here, but when you go to put the film on the inside and actually install it, you're going to move the back slightly forward to leave a little gap there, and this will eventually then fill up. Because if you don't leave a little gap here and you just cut all the way along, when you put it on the inside, you're going to realise you've got too much overhang, and obviously you're going to have to do some trimming on the outside, which is not what you want to do. because it will be a bit of a nightmare. So yeah, I'm just going to straighten this up on the edge over here. I'm going to leave about, as I mentioned, about 2 to 3 mil. And then I'm going to flatten it out. Okay. So now look from the inside. Seems about right. Tap all this way, and should be okay. There you go. I'm going to tack this down. I'm just going to double check it's all lined up nicely. Yep, nice straight line over there. I'm now going to tack the top bit. And what you want to do is basically move all the fingers from the top right to the bottom. And then once you've done that, time for the trim. So once again, nice sharp blade, straight in, keep the blade straight all the way along, straight cut. And after we've done these, we're going to do the edges. Okay, both edges are done. It's now just left, all that's left is going to cut the corners so they're nice and rounded. Otherwise, with this window going up and down constantly, you'll soon notice the film peeling off the edges if you don't round off the corners. So let's do those. Some people use a glass board, cut these. If you don't have one, obviously you can do it on the glass of the door. It's a nice clean surface because you've already prepped it. Rounded. This one. Taking a bit more time with these because it's a frameless window. You want to make sure they are looking pretty neat when you do actually open the door as well on the top edges. The bottom ones are fine because they go beyond the seal. But yeah, the top ones should be nice and pretty again. Yep. Okay, so edge is done. What you could do now is, what I do like to do anyway, is just put the window, just put the film against it, just make sure everything is nice nicely straight and aligned before I do the shrink, because if not, then it's pointless doing the actual shrink on this. Okay, pretty good. Okay, so now it's just about the shrink. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to wet this up. I'm going to squeegee all the sides down. You don't have to get it right to the bottom on this occasion, anywhere over the top. And all we want to do here is bring all the fingers to the bottom. So let's start with the top, work both sides so you're evenly moving the tension to the sides. And there you go. You should move these all the way down. Keep going. You want to make sure you're not heating the bottom too much because you don't want to burn any of the rubber seals or anything, so always keep the heat moving. That's all shrunk up, ready to put inside. So I'm just going to move this to the side now and prep the inside. I'll leave it in there for now. I'll move you guys to the back so you can see what's going on from over here. Okay, so let's give this let's do the install now. I did give it a little clean before. I've been over it with a scrubber and with a blade, so we should be pretty clean. So I think a couple of squeegees should. What you want to make sure with these windows is, I like to run my finger over the edge because you do get some dirt sometimes just sat there, and you don't want it dropping into the film when you're doing the install on these frameless windows. So that's been done. a nice little wash down. On the outside. With this being a frameless window, obviously I'm going to bottom load it and I'm going to peel off all the film and the liner from the outside of these. So there's, with general windows, you obviously will install it from the upper section and then work your way down. So you do leave the liner at the bottom, but this one's coming all the way off. Right, all wet up. So line all the edges up before you tack it all down. So sometimes, oh, it might just start to tap beforehand. What you don't want to do is put too much slip solution in when you're doing these frameless windows, because with the window going up and down constantly as the door's closing and opening, you don't want it to catch.
For engines over 10 years old. 9 times out.
I think this one just tacked a little bit too soon. I'm just going to lift it up very slightly.
5 litre bottle, shell, or 1 litre bottle. 5 litre. How many do you want?
Okay, this one's taken me a little bit longer than expected. We're just aligning it up. I've just had to move it very, very slightly and sweat up again because it just had tacked up a little bit too much. So there we go. All aligned on the side. I'm just going to move it down slightly more. You want to make sure it's gone just beyond the seal at the bottom. Again, same with this side over here. taken me a little bit longer. Like I said, I don't normally take this long to line these up, but this one has just given me a... it's tacked up again. It is a warm day out here anyway, so that could be the case. Got it all lined up nice and neat now. Show you guys in a minute what this looks like. That's the good thing with these frameless windows, you can literally just squeegee the water straight out the side. And there you have it. It's all nice, looking good. Let's just squeegee this out with the squeegee. Go. Happy days. So I'll show you what that looks like. And I can take it off here. Okay. So you can see we've gone right up to the edge over there, and the front bit over here, and so is this side. Just looking pretty nice from the inside. Obviously it'll be looking good from the outside. What I will do, obviously I'm going to leave this window open, this door open, until I've finished the other side over there. So in that time, hopefully this will tack a little bit more. And before I give the car back to the customer, I'm just going to heat it up slightly along the edges to make sure it's a bit dried up, because this window will be going up and down as the door opens and closes. So yeah, that's how you do one of the side windows on one of these. So I'll clean it all up. I'll move on to the other side. In the meantime, I'll stick you back on the hyperlapse, and I'll see you guys very shortly again. Alright everyone, right, the S5 has been done. It's been finished in limo black, that's a 5% shade. I've left this door open. I've been through all the doors and post-heated them just so that they do dry up. Well, I'll just show you some of the finishes on here. It goes right to the edge from one to the other. But overall, it's looking pretty nice in a limo black. The sides, this is the rear windscreen, and obviously you've got the other side over here. Oh, and that one nearly tripped over then. Yeah, and this is the last one over there. So anyhow, I'll do a slow-mo with this one, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.